Okay, I'm here at the beginning of Irwin Road in North Park, which is also known as Blue Mist Road. There's a lot of urban legends about this road. Not many that I really believe in, but I thought it'd be cool to take a walk along here and show you some of the things that people always talk about. And it's right off of Babcock Boulevard in North Park. Now the first stretch of the road is paved, becomes dirt later, further down. And there are some houses down here, not many. And one of the main legends and why it's called Blue Mist Road is they say sometimes in the late evening, early night, a blue mist kind of appears and covers the road. I've actually never seen that. I've never been here at nighttime, maybe in the evening, but that's one of the popular legends. Okay, I just walked up to this, and this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. Last time I was down here was before this terrible accident happened. There were some teenagers killed. Were speeding along Irwin Road. I believe they came from that direction, and you can see the damaged tree here where they struck it. Really sad. They, I believe, were teenagers, and a couple of them did die in the accident. A couple did survive. The one who was driving did survive. I think it's still pending in the courts what's happening with him, but just very sad. You can see his memorial here, and I'm sure that is going to add a little bit more to the legend of Irwin Road. Okay, this is my next stop. It's right off the road. You can see the road through the weeds there, and this is actually an overturned flagpole base. This area used to be Camp Irwin a long time ago, around 1938. It was built for underprivileged kids for overnight camping. So there's this remnant here. That's the overturned flagpole base, as I mentioned. And if you go up through here, you can see some foundations. From some structures that used to be here. And you can see it's kind of a little flatter, cleared out through the trees there. It definitely at one time was a thriving camp. You can see there's more flat area up there, probably where the campground extended to. So it's actually a really nice day to be walking this road today. Not really creepy because it's kind of late morning, sunny day. I'm sure it has a whole different feel if you're here at nighttime. Okay, you can see here this old mailbox. There is a residence down that road there. You can see a old cement post there, marking, maybe some property. And there's a lot of myths about some houses that were back here. There's the one about the midget house, the witch house foundation, which we'll get to in a little bit. There's also a myth about a depressed father came back from work and killed his whole family and stuffed them in a septic tank. You can see another old cement post there on the driveway. But definitely this is a active residence with the recycling bins out and the truck parked there. And here's where the point is where you can no longer drive, okay, obviously. So it's blocked off here, and you can only go by foot or bike from this point on. So you can see from the signs. So it gets a little creepier from this point, but still, like I said, a pretty nice day to be out on Irwin Road. Now I'm on the other side of the guardrail there, and up in that area, I do geocaching, and there's a geocache. You have to come down at night with a flashlight and find little reflectors on the trees to kind of guide the path to the geocache. So I haven't done that one yet. I'd have to come down when it's dark or maybe early in the morning. But eventually someday I'll get that done. Another urban legend is in the 70s, there was a guy and his girlfriend came down here and honked their horn to try to summon the spirits or whatever. And his car wouldn't start again, so he got out and tried to fix it, and the girl heard some thumping or thudding, and the boyfriend didn't come back in. She was so terrified she just stayed in the car all night, and when she woke up in the morning and got out, she saw her boyfriend hanging from a tree above the car, all mangled. So again, kind of a fun story, but probably not true. It's funny, as I'm walking along here, I'll hear sounds in the woods, some knocking noises, some animals. At nighttime, that would be amplified, being much more scarier, but in the light of the day, it's not really too scary. Now this tree here, this is another one of the urban legends. It used to be a really tall, old dead tree, kind of spooky looking, and legend is that the Ku Klux Klan used to hang people from it, but they say that's not very likely because the Ku Klux Klan wasn't really active in this area. But you can see the remnants of it laying below. I have a photo of it from years ago before they cut it down. I'll see if I can find that. But not quite as creepy looking now. It's been cut down. You can see how it's still paved, but the sides are kind of creeping in more and more. Eventually this will probably totally crumble away. But it doesn't turn totally dirt till a little further up. Okay, so this is the point where the paving ends and it turns into a dirt road, which continues for a good distance up that way. But not as many interesting things to see up that way. If we go up this side path here, this is what leads up to the foundation of the witch house and a couple other remnants. So we're gonna head up this way. A nice little pond area there. I haven't seen anything really strange yet. Don't really expect to, but we'll see. Okay, so we're almost at the foundation of the witch house, but over here to the right you can see there's some cement kind of poking through there. I'm sure at one time this was some type of farm, and these are some old structures and remnants left behind. Got some iron beam there. There's like a hole right here in the ground. Have to watch where you're walking. And you can tell this area is just kind of flattened out. Looks like there's some type of foundation through the weeds in there. Okay, but we're gonna head up to the witch house right up around the bend here. Continuing up a path here, got this old gnarled looking tree again. Will probably look a lot more spookier at nighttime. It's a really beautiful fall day today. Okay, so here we are on this hillside here, and you can see some of the large stones there. Okay. Wow, I see a lot of old machinery kind of poking up through the weeds there. You do have to be careful walking around here. There's a lot of pieces of rusty sharp metal. Walking across the foundation, your foot can fall through, just from what I remember being here before. But there's a lot more covered with vegetation than some other times I've been here. So it's definitely getting grown over. Okay, you can see a sizable wall over there. A lot of cross beams here. Some type of maybe a freezer or something. There's a stovetop. So I'm not sure exactly what year this ceased being a house that someone lived in. Okay, well, obviously it's been a long time. This tree was growing right in the middle of it, and it's probably been there for a while. Pretty solid foundation there. So, like I said, I don't really believe the whole story of it being a witch house, but it's kind of fun to think about, especially this time of year as Halloween gets closer. Okay, here's a view from another side. Okay, you can see it's still pretty substantial foundation from one end to the other. You can just imagine a house rising above there. Kind of some open space there. Really large trees where the house once stood. Okay, there's some other random poles and structures around here, but that's the main foundation right there. Okay, and this tree, it's kind of fallen on the foundation. I think that's fairly recent. You can see the some of the leaves are still green on the branches. So I don't remember it from the last time I was down here. So it's kind of obscured part of the wall down there. That's where I was just down in the last clip. Okay, so it's pretty cool seeing the foundation again. Didn't really see anything. Felt a little disoriented at one point, almost fell backwards, but that's probably just because been walking for a while and didn't bring a bottle of water. So I'll just chalk it up to that. Okay, coming down from the foundation down the hill here, you can see kind of a flat, cleared out area down there. So maybe at one time it was a field for crops. Who knows? I always wish you could kind of look at something, go back in time and see what was there, you know, years and years ago. Here's a nice little tranquil pond area down from the foundation, and you can almost picture if this was a farm at one time, some horses or farm animals drinking from here, or maybe a witch drowning some children before stuffing them in a oven up there. Okay, so I'm gonna make my way back to the car. I'm gonna drive to one more spot, the spot of the kissing gravestones, which there's a lot of legends about that too, which I'll get to. And there's some people think they're in the middle of the woods around here somewhere, but after kind of researching a lot online, I think I found the two that are really the kissing gravestones. It's funny, just as I was passing the so-called hanging tree, again I heard this rustling over there and looked over it, but it was just a squirrel. So kind of disappointed. Okay, I'm at Crossroads Cemetery. It was established in 1826. Irwin Road was down that way. This is 910 right here. And this is the site of possibly the kissing gravestones. I've seen some photos of some other ones that people believe are the kissing gravestones, but this is a husband and wife. And the legend is they lean closer together on a full moon, and if they end up touching, the world will end. So you can take that for what you believe. But that wraps up our tour of Irwin Road. Hope you enjoyed it. And I suggest you do it yourself. It is a nice walk and kind of fun to think of some of the legends along the way.